Hey guys, welcome back. Today's workout is back and shoulder focused, keeping that same high rep, high intensity going from the last workout I posted, so let's do this. First up is seated dumbbell shoulder overhead press, and this is going to be our main strength movement. So the rep scheme goes 12 to 15 reps, 10 to 12, 8 to 10, and then 5 reps or more for your top set. So you're going to increase the weight each set, and depending on how your strength is that day, you will be able to push for either that higher side or lower side of the rep range for each set. So for the first set, it says 12 to 15, so you just want to be able to aim within that 12 to 15 rep range with whatever weight you choose, and so on for all of your other sets. Some days I go in and I'm a 15, 12, 10, 8 girl feeling super strong. Other days I go in and I'm a 12, 10, 8 barely get 5 girl. Strength isn't linear, so prescribing ranges rather than strict numbers for sets can be a helpful tool in giving you more room to really push yourself without feeling so tied to one number. I always stress to you guys how rep ranges are just ranges and not set in stone, but I do also know how easily our mentality can be swayed during training when given strict numbers to hit, even if we do know this. So this is one way that you could program your ranges, or even at least just for your strength sets like we're doing right here, just so that you do have a little bit more wiggle room to really be able to push yourself without having any mental barriers. Also, another thing you could do is having a spot on your top set. I will, as you will see coming up. That's another great way to really be able to push yourself as well. So whether you have a training partner or someone in the gym that could spot you, I know not everybody has access to a spot, but if you do, that's another great way to really be able to push your strength. Just make sure whoever is spotting you actually knows how to spot and allows you to do all of the work and only really chimes in when you absolutely need it. I know sometimes people will spot and they just like take over the set like they're doing it with you. So just make sure that whoever is spotting you does know what they're doing. Next up is my favorite rear delt superset that I've been doing for a while now. I'm pretty obsessed with it. It's brutal, but it is so good. So this is a bent over dumbbell rear delt fly supersetted with a bent over dumbbell rear delt swing. And you're doing 12 to 15 reps for both exercises. So how I like to do my flies is sitting at the end of a bench and putting my feet out in front of me enough to allow the dumbbells to travel freely behind them. And then you're going to bring those dumbbells out and up until you feel a full contraction in your rear delt and then go back down. If you've ever done a seated rear delt fly machine exercise and you're familiar with that arm path, it's literally going to be basically the same thing. You're just doing it free weight and bent over seated like I'm doing here. Then you're going to drop the dumbbells for your swing weight because it should be a little bit lighter than the weight you were using for your flies. And this time the dumbbells will travel in front of your shins. So I do actually scoot my feet back in a bit. You're then swinging that weight back and out at around 30-ish degrees out from your side, like a skiing motion. Now, although these are called swings, you want to make sure your control is still there, but you can let them continuously flow like you were seeing here. You're doing 12 to 15 reps of these as well. Rest a couple of minutes and then go again for 3 sets total. I don't increase the weight on this superset. I just choose challenging weights for both and just go for as many reps as I can in that rep range. I will use and adjust my weights week to week if I'm just stronger that week, but from set to set, I just keep the weights the same. And next up, we have a wide grip pull down for 4 sets with a drop set on the last set. So you are going to be increasing the weight each set. The reps are 15, 12, 10, 8. Then right after those 8 reps on that last set, you will immediately drop to your first working set weight and do as many reps as you can. If you're choosing accurate loads for all your sets and then on that last set of 8 going straight into the drop set with no rest, your reps shouldn't be too high because your back will be gassed. This is a pretty basic movement, so I'm not going to show you every single set, every single rep that I did. I'm just going to show you a couple clips and then we'll just keep it moving to the next exercise. Next up is dumbbell leaning lateral raises for 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps, and I did increase the weight each set. Now you can see if you look at my legs, I stand in this split stance. That is to get a bit more range at the bottom of the rep by allowing that dumbbell to travel easily in front of my leg each rep without having to deviate from my natural arm path. It also helps with better stability. It's a minimal change, but it does help a lot. So just make sure whatever you're holding onto is stable, obviously. And if you can, I would suggest doing these in front of a mirror because with the leaning, it's a lot easier to gauge your range and form each rep with being able to look at a mirror. Just without a mirror, it always feels like a guessing game. If not, work with what you got, but I definitely would suggest doing them in front of a mirror. And lastly, I ended with what usually ends up being my finisher for whenever I train back, and that's straight arm pull downs. Another staple exercise, not much to say about this one. Slight hinge at the hips, focus on the lats pulling that rope down while keeping your arms slightly out of lockout. Good squeeze at the bottom and repeat for 12 to 15 reps for 3 sets. Once you've finished all those sets, you are done. And that is going to be the entire workout. So if you enjoyed it and try it out for yourself, tell me how it went down below or over on my Instagram. For more structured training just like this, you can find my workout programs down below, as well as my code to save you money at Gymshark. I love this new plum color they just came out with. So stinking cute. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already for more workouts just like this, as well as any video suggestions. You can comment those down below as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys.